Hey all, here OS Reviews. You're watching our hands-on review of the Riwbox WT-8S. We've checked out another pair of headphones from this company just a few months ago. They are a very low-cost brand, so they are making pretty much budget-oriented wireless headphones and sports earbuds. But these are kind of interesting because for under 30 bucks, they have a kind of unique Constellation-inspired glowing LED design on each of the ear cups, which can change different colors to match the type of song you're listening to, and reminds me of a constellation or a star pattern. So it has a pretty cool design for such a low price, in my opinion. Now, in terms of features, it does have a built-in microphone, so you can use it to answer phone calls when paired to iOS or Android. It doesn't have active noise canceling, but it does have, again, wireless Bluetooth. So here are the 6 colors that it's capable of displaying on its panel. It's using Bluetooth 4.2, and the playback time is around 10 hours. So definitely not the longest battery life we've seen on a pair of headphones. I think part of that might be because the size is a little bit smaller and it has these lights. For packaging contents, we have a micro USB cable for charging. It also has an auxiliary cable included, which is actually made out of braided material. Pretty cool. So you can use it as a traditional 3.5mm wired pair of headphones if you don't want to use it in the Bluetooth mode. And there's also the quick instruction manual. And taking a quick look at its design, it is very compact when folded down, so it's pretty good for transportation and surprisingly lightweight as far as headphones are concerned, being made primarily out of plastic. Now we do have the aforementioned LED Constellation panel here, which is made out of a matte plastic material. Everything else is just a glossy kind of piano black finish that attracts fingerprints, but looks pretty sleek considering the low price. Now inside we have oversized lettering, which labels the left and the right sides, as well as a kind of memory foam of sorts for added comfort. The headband itself, though, is not the most generous in terms of its padding and could be a little bit on the stiff side, but overall it is what it is. We have some branding information. Again, these are all made out of plastic, so there's not really any aluminum accents going on. They're just made out of chrome, but even the headband here is made out of plastic as opposed to metal. So really these are super lightweight, but you can tell that the costs, were cut a little bit just to make the LED display panel possible on something so cheap. Now on the side here we do have controls which you can use to turn it on and pair it with your phone. I can tap on the M key to change different modes, whether it's wireless or using it as an MP3 player of sorts, because it does have a built-in micro SD card slot that you can use to load up some music directly on a small memory card. Alright, so turning these headphones on, immediately we can see the LED display kind of pop onto life here. It actually is a pretty bright glow. Even right now when we have some ambient light around, it still is very easy to see, and it's very evenly distributed on both sides, the left and the right. Definitely a very cool effect. By default, it simply switches into a rainbow spectrum of different colors. Starting with red, it gently fades into the greens, yellows, purples, and then cycles back. So it's very gentle and provides some ambient lighting. Maybe if you're in the dark, it becomes a very cool effect. Now, there's no way of changing, the flashing sequence, however, so you can't control it to make it, be a more abrupt transition. You also can't let it stay at only one color. However, you can control it in terms of turning it on or turning it off by long holding on the M key that we talked about previously. So I can tap on this for a few seconds and the light goes off, tapping on again for a few seconds more, and it pops on back to life. Moving into audio quality and performance, the surprising thing here is there's actually a lot of bass. So especially in EDM and bass boosted tracks, they are very punchy and thumpy, especially for such low-cost headphones. In fact, I think that for the average consumer, they'll be quite pleased with the sound quality. Now, mids and highs are also pleasant sounding. The only downside is if you've used more expensive headphones, these do have a bit of distortion to them. So there's a bit of extra noise, a bit of a hiss if you listen really closely. That's probably because they're wireless headphones, but maybe because they're also, again, slightly less expensive headphones with a older chipset, Bluetooth 4.1, as opposed to something like Bluetooth 5.0, and overall are very comfortable both for watching movies and for listening to music. Just very consumer sounding headphones. I think they've done an overall pretty good job in terms of the tuning of the drivers for something so low cost. So although these are not going to be, again, the best kind of audiophile grade sounding headphones in the world, I think that if you are looking for a pair that has a pretty distinctive and unique look, certainly is very attractive and a conversation starter in the dark, as well as offering a good amount of bass, then surprisingly these are actually a pretty good pair to consider. Now, slight downsides would be the fact, again, there's a bit more of distortion or noise than more expensive headphones, and also the comfort, although okay, is certainly not the best that I've seen. Overall, I'd say that if you like like the design of these headphones, the sound quality certainly doesn't let it down either, especially as $30 headphones. So if you're interested, you can check out more details in the links down below, but for now that's been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. That's been the Riwbox Constellation LED wireless Bluetooth headphones.